Hey, what's up? It's comedian Marc Henderson, man. Make sure y'all check me out on all of my social medias. That's comedian Marc Henderson. Marc is spelled with a C. That's my Instagram. That's my YouTube. That's my Facebook. Twitter is at Marc and Funny, as Marc is Funny, but I really don't use Twitter. So check me out on all them platforms, man. Always remember, man, I am rocking with Michelle C. and Kandid Kisses TV. That's my girl.
It's the Jill of all trades, Michelle C, a.k.a. DJ Make a Move. She cute. Your host of Kandid Kisses TV, everywhere you need to be. And if you don't know by now, it's not your typical interview, y'all.
Kandid Kisses blown away. Kandid Kisses TV for tomorrow today. Man, throw that auto-tune on that bitch. Have me sound like Teddy Payne.
Hi there, this is Kim Cole, and you are rocking with Kandid Kisses TV.
It's your boy Talent, baby. Michelle and Kandid Kisses TV with my girl Michelle C. Don't take it personal.
Yo, what's up? It's bruh man from the fifth floor. In the ATL, chilling with Kandid Kisses TV.
What's up, y'all? You're watching Kandid Kisses TV with my homegirl, Michelle.
Hello there. Have you asked yourself what you're missing? I have. It's Kandid Kisses TV.
What up, Kiss fam? It is your girl, Michelle C, a.k.a. DJ Make a Move, the Jill of all trades, and I am back with another banger. You know what it is. Now, you know what we do each and every time, right about the same time. I got to threaten you just a little bit. Subscribe now. I'm going to tell you, mama, act like she done raised you right. Get it together. All right. Now, I am bringing you another dope talent like I always do. First and foremost, this gentleman has been in the comedy lane for quite some time, killing the stages. The pen game is so super strong. Just moved to New York, making big waves. Give it up for comedian Marc Henderson. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah. I'm in here. What up, Michelle?
What's going on? Go ahead and drop your social media. Let them know how to go ahead and get in your business.
Look me up, comedian Marc Henderson on all my social medias. MARC is how you spell Mark. Don't use that K because you'll pull up somebody else. But comedian Marc Henderson, Instagram, YouTube. Definitely subscribe to the YouTube. I'm trying to build that channel up and everything else, man. How everybody doing?
All right, so we're gonna get all in your business just a little bit.
Okay.
So my first question, I always ask legend comedians that's been in the game for the longest of all times. What was your first time on stage like?
It was a very dope experience. My very first time on stage, I was like a real big B. Cole fan. I'm from Chicago, and I used to always watch him on Comic View. So like the first time I did comedy, that dude was in the audience, and I was almost like starstruck.
Right.
Like, oh, man, that's B. Cole. That's B. Cole. What's also dope was like Dion Cole was hosting that night. He was actually the first person that ever handed me the mic. And I actually did good. I didn't know what the light meant. People was giving me the light, but I just kept going because nobody told me, like, when they give you the light, get off stage. So that's always a common mistake that, brand new comedians make. But I got glass for my first time, and I was hooked immediately.
Okay. So were you nervous at all, or was it just like, okay, I'm on here?
No, definitely nervous. I still get nervous to this day. That's just a natural feeling that you have before you hit the stage and talk to a room full of strangers. But
right. Yeah,
I was nervous, but as soon as you start to get enough, like the first couple of laughs, the nervousness goes away.
Well, where the what's the word? What is like your, I guess if you have one, a lot of people do. What is like your comedian ritual to try to shake the nerves right before they give you the mic?
I don't have no ritual. I mean, I know what I'm about to go up there and do. Just have my jokes ready. To go talk and see what happens. Like, you just freestyle it. Like, whatever happens, happens. Go have fun.
Look, I asked one of my other homegirls as a comedian. She was like, girl, listen, let me tell you something. I got to go to the bathroom. Once I go to the bathroom, I'm good. After that, I'm good. But she was like, but all across America, I done went to somebody's bathroom before I hit that stage. I was like, oh, okay.
The only thing I tried not to do now was like eat right before I go on stage, because just in case you do get nervous, that can mess with your stomach. So
yes, man, that's the one thing I can't do. Yeah, I can't do none of that.
Yeah.
What made you want to get into the entertainment industry in the comedy lane, or did you just want to get in the industry in some kind of shape, form, or fashion, and then comedy just was the lane that you picked first?
I used to just always have a love for comedy, and I remember my parents used to always try to make me go to college, and I was at this one school in Minnesota that ended up being like, I signed up for the wrong thing. I was trying to become an electrician, and I was signed up for electronic technician, which had to do something with computers.
Okay.
But I was in Minnesota like for months, and I was like bored out my man up there. The only thing I could do for fun was watch. I was in Rochester, Minnesota. Let me put it that way. That's one of the most boring towns I've ever been to. It's probably way better now, but back then it was just so boring. Probably me and maybe 4 other black people in that whole town.
Right.
But for fun, which is real kind of depressing when I think about it now, all I could do was like watch Taxi at night, and then Comic View used to come on every night.
Okay.
So I would watch those two, and I used to always watch Comic View, and I love comedy, but I'm just like, one day, like, I was just like, I think I could be funnier than some of these cats. And I just started writing jokes down. And then, like, when I went back to Chicago, after I found out it was the wrong thing I was enrolled in, I found the first open mic I looked up, went there, and performed, and was hooked ever since.
Wow. But look at the irony behind it. Like, you signed up for the wrong thing, but look at what we're doing now with the pandemic. We got to use social media. We got to use the computers, whatever. So you got to know something about computers now.
Right. Like, of course, probably would have came in handy.
Right.
Later.
Like, that up. So so I know normally typically ask people this. So when you first came up, because I know you said you was watching Comic View for a long time, when did you like figure out like writing was your strong suit? Like you knew like I can really get some good dope ideas down here and get it up there.
Actually, I would actually say like the last few years, people just always said you're a good writer, but I mean that's just always been the way my brain thought. So I never knew like it really stands out. So maybe like over the last 5-6 years, I'm like, oh, like I am like it's something about my writing that is different from everybody else's.
Yeah,
a lot of stuff just comes naturally to me with the pen game, but it's just the way my brain thinks. So you're just used to it. You don't think it's anything special. So people just always told me like you're a great writer. Whenever the right person sees you, that's when things are gonna happen. But now I'm just like, okay, I can actually see what that gift is in my writing.
Well, yeah, because the dope part is like I've been a fan of comedy for years as well, and I've seen all different types of styles and everything. But you know how you have the one comedians where it's just the boom boom, like so you know what to expect. Like the difference I've noticed with your writing is more so it's funny, but it makes you think. So because it's almost like if you're not intelligent, you'll miss it. So you'd be like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's just, again, the way my brain thinks, but that's the type of comedy I like. I like jokes that make me think. I like movies that make you think. That's just how my brain is. So when I write my humor, it just comes out with that. Like, sometimes it's like you'll have to think deeper to pick up on the punchline, like what I'm really saying in the joke.
Right. And then what's also dope about you, too, is the fact that how, I don't know how you do this, because cussing is my ministry, but how? How do you like just avoid that? Because I'm like, okay, let me on some real. Like when you get mad, do you say darn it to heck or do
pretty much. I mean, I don't say darn it or heck, but I try not to curse, period. So yeah, I don't use profanity on stage or off stage.
That's how in the world? Like I just that's unconscionable. Like, okay, yes, I know I can code switch. I have a job, of course. You can't cuss around your people or whatever. But like when you in your lane and your zone and what makes you feel comfortable, like, oh my God, man, listen, I had a set last night. I was like, okay, I'm gonna, because I legit be trying. I'm gonna try not to cuss, and then when I was like, so you know how you record your set or whatever. And I recorded, and I was just like, okay, cool. I didn't cuss anything. I was like, there it is. I slipped up.
I mean, I started off real blue. It just takes like practice. I just got used to not cursing anymore. But I started off like being super blue. Like every word in my set was almost a curse word, which is one of the reasons why I stopped cursing, because like one day my family was over, and like my little cousins wanted to watch like one of my comedy tapes. So maybe like 1 minute into it, I remember my auntie and my uncle sent my little cousins out the room.
Gotcha.
And like that just stood out to me. I was just like, man. And they was upset, and crying because they wanted to see their big cousin performing comedy.
Yeah.
But they didn't know, I was just using too much language that they couldn't enjoy or their parents didn't want them hearing. And like it clicked in my head at that moment. I was just like, I want my comedy to bring families together, not separate families. So at that moment, I was like, I'm going to just be a clean comic.
And it makes sense because that check is clear as clean too. And that's what I'm trying myself to like practice and get better with, not saying choice words, because of the fact that like, yeah, like you appeal to more audience when you can tone that down.
Yeah, I mean, it just offers you like more shows. You can now do corporate shows, you do church shows. If you're ever going to do late night television, you got to be clean on there. So whether you're a blue comic or not, you have to have a clean set. It just makes sense to have that, because then you're just capping yourself off from like just different opportunities that you can get.
Definitely, I'm telling you. So, quick question before we move on: have you ever had a booth set, if you will, or a heckler? And if so, how did you handle it?
What was the first part?
Have you ever had a bad set?
Oh yeah, plenty of bad sets. Are you kidding me? Probably gonna have a few. I just moved to New York. It's probably gonna be a lot this year. Like, I'm trying to work on a whole brand new hour. So
okay,
I tell cats, if you don't bomb, you're not growing. That means you're just doing everything that's safe, that you know that works. To work out new material, to see if it's funny, to develop a joke, is going to be a plenty of nights where you're going to have to go through bomb sessions to get it right. So I'll bomb for a whole year, but the next 2 years, I got this super dope hour that's working now. But you got to like add stuff to the joke, take stuff away from the joke. See how it works on Black audience, see how it works on white audiences. Like, it's different humor to different people. So it's a lot that goes into that. So yes, I bomb a lot, but I'm always like, whenever you see me, if you watch me a whole week, you're never going to see me do the same material all week. You're always going to see me working on something. That's just me.
Now, have you ever had a heckler before?
Plenty of hecklers, yeah. I've been on like the major comedy scenes, Chicago, Atlanta.
Heckler.
Say it again.
How do you deal with a heckler?
You roast them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can roast without using profanity, but yeah, I mean, that's just part of the game. Like, you're gonna deal with it. I don't like dealing with hecklers. This is my thing. Like, I don't pick on people.
Yeah.
But if you ever holler out at me, I gotta deal with it.
Well, see, that's my hard part for me, because I know if I'm not bothering you and you bother me, or you're doing something, whatever, I'm lethal with what I'm gonna say. So by the time I get finished roasting, you're gonna want to fight me for real. So
and I mean, I still try to keep it in good taste, but I have had somebody walk up on me on stage, which is the funniest thing. Just like, so you want to holler out at me, and because I roasted you back, now you mad and you want to fight?
Right.
You should have been quiet.
Oh,
and I roasted him when he went back to his seat. Like, dude, that's you. I didn't pick on you. You hollered out at me thinking I wasn't going to have nothing to say back. You just misjudged the book by its cover.
Exactly. Like,
and
don't let the glass...
everybody in the room laughing at you.
All right. Now, during this dang on whole last 2 years, the quarantine been kicking us in our face. How did you handle, or what did you learn about the quarantine time? Like, what was something valuable that you learned during the quarantine time?
Something valuable I learned. Keep up with the Joneses. Even though everything shut down, it opened up different avenues of comedy. So at first I was like really against Zoom shows and stuff like that. Like, I need an audience. Now I make some pretty decent money just doing 7 minutes in my house on the phone or on the computer. So I'm just like, I don't know why I was just so adamant against like not doing it at first, because I probably missed out on a lot of money at the beginning.
Right.
But now I'm just like, I do a hot 7 minutes and, you know, make some decent money and still be able to go out and do shows.
That part.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I'm going to do my first like Zoom one too, and I was nervous about it. But I'm thinking about, I'm like, well, heck, I've been doing podcasts through streaming, the same thing.
I mean, if they like it, I love it. I mean, I definitely prefer the audience and the crowd, but I'm not about to turn down a few $100s for 7 minutes of just talking. And I can just say my jokes like I'm practicing at home or something. I'll take it.
I know that's right. Now, how did you stay motivated like during the quarantine time? Because I mean, like before we had the Zoom shows and all that stuff like that, how did you stay motivated to figure out the next step with the whole world changing, basically?
I mean, like everybody else, I had no idea it was going to last that long, but I was bored out of my mind when everything shut down. Like, I was one of the people who was like, I can't do nothing. I went out and just started working. I started doing Grubhub and DoorDash just because I was bored.
Yeah.
I can't stay in this house every day and just not do anything. So I just went out there and worked. I'm like, I'll just save this money. And while I'm doing these little orders, I'll just write in between and just, you know, worked on my next material for my next hour. So basically just writing all that stuff down. And now I'm in a position to where I'm going to work all that stuff out and manifest it.
Oh, now speaking of that, you make the big move to New York. What inspired the big move?
It's a great comedy circuit. What's funny is I've been trying to get to New York for like 3 years. I was living in LA and it was like one of the worst comedy scenes I've ever been a part of in my life.
Really?
Because it's more about politics and who you know. It has nothing to do with how funny you are.
Okay.
And I'm trying not to make this mistake in New York, but, you know, I was like a person who doesn't ask people for things. I don't ask for favors. I know a lot of big cats, but I was like, I'll just go out here and just do it the regular way. I'll go hit these mics. They'll see I'm funny, and then they'll put me on. But it was just too hard to get on stage. Like, that strategy did not work at all.
Mm-hmm.
So now that I'm in New York, I'm finna ask anybody, like, yo, just give me an audition, and I just please let them see me. I'm not asking to put me on any TV show. I'm not asking to put me on your tours, but just let this club know if you think I'm funny, that I'm funny, and they should look at me. And I'll handle the rest from that.
Closed mouth don't get fed. I learned that a long time ago, and I'm just like, you know what? It's funny how you know certain things, but you don't start implementing them until the other stuff that you do in their work. You be like, you know what? Forget it. Let me just go ahead and ask the person.
Yeah, I just recently did that a couple of days ago, so we'll see what manifests from it. But I'm just like, I can't do the same thing. But going back to the question, when I left LA, I was saving up to move to New York, and that's when the pandemic hit. So I just continued to save money, and then Chicago started to open back up, let's say around September. It like opened up for a little while, and they shut it down again. And I was like, I cannot be here not doing anything. So I was like, let me go somewhere where I can do comedy. So I moved to Atlanta because New York was closed. It was like New York closed, one of the hardest hit cities, and it's probably not going to be open for like a couple of, maybe like almost a year, they were saying. Right. So I moved to Atlanta, signed the lease. 2 months later, New York opened back up, and I was like, oh, are you kidding me? So my lease recently ended maybe like 3 weeks ago. So took care of all of that. Now I'm finally in New York.
Oh, that's right. What was the first stage you hit when you got to New York?
Comedy in Harlem. Okay. My girl Nima Cat hosts that room, so she does a show up there every Tuesday. So that's the first.
Nima done moved and she ain't told nobody.
Say it again.
Nima done moved and she ain't told nobody.
Nima's back and forth.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute, now I just seen her the other day. Now,
yeah, so she's in Atlanta and New York. So she has a room every Tuesday. So I was trying to get on stage before then, but nobody knows me out here yet. So
yeah,
I got to like go through the motions. But you know, since she knew me, she gave me some stage time, and I'm starting to set up stuff now.
Oh. Now I know one thing that I saw during the quarantine time. Everybody was on that Versus real hard. Were you a Versus person?
I probably watched one or two of them things. I couldn't really get into that.
Okay, well then fine. Pick your if you had to pick your favorite Versus battle, as far as if you put it together, who would be the people that you put on the Versus?
Who would I put on a Versus? When we talking about music, goodness, I would be just straight old school. So it'll probably be. I'm trying to think who they go against. I like to see something like De La Soul.
Okay.
I would say the Far Side, but De La Soul got way more hits than the Far Side.
Yeah, true. But I only know one song by the Far Side, so.
Right. But I used to love, Pass Me By when I was in high school. So.
Right. That'll be a good little look old school.
Definitely old school. I need a better answer than that. Who can really go against each other?
Who's your favorite artist right now?
Musically? I'm still old school with it. Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill's always been my favorite.
And Lauryn Hill, that would be a good battle. Now just got to figure out who you're going to put with her, though.
Who can see Lauryn Hill? Ain't no female rapper can see Lauryn Hill. I can't think about that.
Not old school, but new school, yeah. Let me tell you, I don't know if you know who Tierra Whack is, but she can see Lauryn Hill.
Tierra Whack?
Yeah.
Well, right now, if you want to say new school, I don't know how recent Tierra is, but I'm also a Young M.A. fan. I put Young M.A. against whoever Tierra Mack is.
Okay. You're going to have to Google Tierra Mack. Young M.A. is dope, but when you Google Tierra Mack, you be like, yeah.
And this is why I love Young M.A. I like, because people tell me I got a great man as far as writing, but like genius recognized genius. I love her writing. Like her bars makes you think. It's very lyrical. It's just not, what they call that, mumble. It's not mumble rap. It's deep.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like a Wayne, I can't think of the white boy's name right now. That's crazy.
Eminem?
I'm having a brain fart. Yeah, Eminem. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name.
There's only one white artist out there that's a rapper that's dope. I mean, there's a lot of white artists out there, but one that's like lyrically dope. Come on.
Lyrically dope. Yeah, I don't know why I had a brain fart. Biggest white rapper ever.
Now, name one of your favorite female comedians.
I I love Jenny Yashere.
Okay.
She is hilarious to me. I got a lot of funny female comedians. Shima Franklin, that's my girl. Jess Niche, that's my girl. Kelly, it's so many female. Kelly Kales. It's a cat in New York. Her name is Vanetta Schofield. She's funny to me. She has a real good pen, even though she's young in the game. Zaynab, I just saw her the other day. She's dope. It's so many.
Well, you're not the only reason I asked you, right?
What?
So I can do my research. So
Oh, to have them on your show? Yeah, definitely.
No, I already know Just Niche and Kelly Kell, but the other name, I don't know them. But I'm gonna find out who they is.
I can keep naming comments because Erica Duchess from Atlanta.
My cousin, I know her. Shoot.
Say it again.
Duchess is my cousin. That's fam. That don't count.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we'll have to get these people on the list because
But Mary Lee from Chicago. Because now that I'm thinking of it, I'm gonna have a brain fart. Mary Lee. Tiny Thickums is another comic that's coming up in Chicago. She's funny. Jen Matson, she's funny. She's up and coming. She's new, but she's funny. Like, I just like to see potential in comics. Like, I look at younger comics. Like, first time I saw Jess Niche, I was like, just keep doing this. I promise you, like, you're gonna blow up. And she bigger than most people right now. Like, I could like see it in comics like real early when they first start.
Yeah. Now let me tell you what. Speaking of blowing up, because you hit a stage that I want to hit so bad, but I don't know no connects. I'm gonna figure it out later. But you hit the Keep Your Distance comedy stage, baby. How'd that go?
Oh, it was a great experience. It was cool. They had me as the low man on the totem pole. That's the only thing I didn't like.
Okay.
They like just made me first and everything. But definitely a dope experience. I was happy to be a part of that platform. The reason I was able to get on that is, which is kind of funny, like right before I moved to LA, I did a show with Kev on stage before I had any idea who he was.
Okay.
And it was like, I made a joke about it, but some big church had booked me the headline. And then like the day before it was time for the show, they was like, well, Kev on stage, we just booked him and he's going to headline and we'll make you the feature.
Oh, wow.
So what's funny, this is why I love the power of social media. Mm-hmm. I went out there, I'm like, who was Kev on stage? I had no idea who he was. I'm like, okay, it's a social media comedian. Okay, cool. So I went out there, destroyed the crowd, did like, well, I forgot how much time I did, but I got like a standing ovation at the end of my set.
Nice. Yeah.
They bring Kev on stage out. He walks out. Everybody stands up and gives him a standing ovation before he says anything. He still had a great set after that, but I'm just like, the power of social media, like, I worked my butt out to get that standing ovation. As soon as he walks out on stage, everybody stood up and started clapping.
And you know what you learn from that? If you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah, definitely. I always wanted to do social media anyway, but it's just like, that just showed me how powerful it was.
Oh yeah, I mean, social media basically is the same powerful as marketing. If you know anything about marketing, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically the new TV stars. People watch less and less TV, but they have the phones in their hand all day. If they're steady seeing the social media people in their face, these are the new celebrities to them.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I noticed you said that you went first. Like, is first is that supposed to be like a bad thing, or?
I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Just in my head, it's, the crowd is still cold. Sometimes people are still coming in. I like to go in the middle.
Warming up the crowd is, yeah.
Yeah, it depends on how much time the host does. Are they completely warm yet? You kind of set the tone in a way, but it was a cool set. I thought it would have been better if I'd have been in the middle or anything, but I still had fun.
Yeah, that's about look. If anything else, you have fun and the connections. That's the thing. Yeah. Forget the set. But the connections over here. Yeah,
definitely. I got good footage to use whenever I send out audition tape or something. I can use that footage now as well. And that platform has a name by itself. So I was just happy that he allowed me to be a part of his platform and his comedy series.
Yeah, it's dope. Now, name one entrepreneur that you admire and why.
An entrepreneur that I admire. I can't think of one right now. My mom was a great entrepreneur. She passed though, but she's taught me, like, she's opened up her own mortgage company and real estate company.
Nice.
Part of the real estate company. So just watching her grind and work just made me be able to see, like, how great entrepreneurship can be.
Oh yeah. When I say entrepreneur, it ain't got to be nobody famous. Anybody that that's doing their thing. Yeah.
So I picked her or my family. Yeah. Biggest part of my family. She was the biggest person in my family who ever went into business. So yeah, I'll definitely say my mom.
Nice. And what are some words of wisdom you would give any upcoming entertainer or entrepreneur?
Turn off the TV and just work. People on TV are already rich and famous. You're trying to get rich and famous. So until you get there, TV ain't going nowhere. TV will still be there. Use all that time you could have been using watching TV to work on your craft. I just tell myself, like, let's say I watch 4 hours of television. That's probably 4 more hours it's going to take for me to make it. So get rid of that. Be on TV, let people watch you. Stop watching other people live their dream when you're trying to live your own dream.
That's powerful right there. You better preach on this good day. Okay. Because I do notice, like, when I do get in my zone or whatever, TV don't be in there. That's powerful right there.
Since I've been out here, like, I barely have time. Like, I try to take one day off just so I can recharge my battery. And then I was watching way too much TV because, stuff just wasn't flowing the way I wanted it to, like it is out here. But out here, I have no time for it. I force myself to take that one day off and probably try to catch up on some stuff then. But other than that, I'm not trying to watch anything. It's not even a television in my room.
I don't know if I can do that, but I can't go that far. But I feel you though. Now we are moving on to our fun segments of the show. Our first one is Kiss or Diss. Now this is just celebrity crushes. You're gonna decide who you kiss and who you dissing.
You gonna show me pictures? Because I don't know. I don't watch a lot of television, so I can't tell you all these people.
Well, they celebrities. You should know them by their name. It's famous people. It ain't gonna be somebody that can go, I don't know.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay, so we got Regina King or Taraji P. Henson. Who you kissing? Who you dissing?
I gotta diss somebody? They both fine. I gotta diss one?
Yes, that is how the game is played. Kiss and diss.
Well, I am a big Regina King fan, so I have to kiss Regina King.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, Taraji. I would love to kiss Taraji too.
All right. Next one. Chili of TLC or T-Boz of TLC. Who you kissing? Who you dissing?
That was my era in high school, and everybody loved Chili first. But I had the biggest crush on Left Eye. But Chili first between her and T-Boz. All
right. And last but not least, Mary Mcleod Bethune or Harriet Tubman. Who you kissing? Who you dissing?
I'm kissing Harriet Tubman just because of what she did for us.
Okay. Do-rag and all. All right.
Yep. Do-rag and all. Like, she did so much, saved so many people, risked her life to save other people. That's just a beautiful person, so she deserves the kiss.
All right. You're moving on to DAQ. That's dumbass questions. Random fun questions I want answers to. Who is the worst teacher you ever had?
Her name even sounds terrible. It was my 4th grade teacher. Her name was Miss Coons.
Oh, yeah. That sounds... That's a joke in itself.
Right. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, her name was Miss Coons. Like, that was a terrible name for a teacher. It was some white lady who was just always mean. Like, she was just... She had to be miserable at home. Like, she was just... Everybody was just like, that's the worst class you could ever get, no matter what grade you're in. Like, when you go to that 4th grade class, that was just known to be the worst class, period.
I had 2 horrible teachers. I ain't never gonna forget. I had Miss Okalu and Miss Glaze. I hated both of them niggas. But moving on. What is the most ridiculous argument you ever had with an ex?
Okay. I'll give you this example. It was a big argument about double standards.
Okay.
And I would like to hear y'all opinion on it. This is still kind of fresh. But it's double standards. So I should have took this as a red flag earlier in our relationship. We had this argument or a debate at the beginning of the relationship where she said, I'm an entertainer. I'm out. We out, at clubs all the time. So if there's like a female comic, there's somebody else, you buy them a drink.
Okay.
She was saying I should never buy a female a drink because that means I'm trying to sleep with them. So she was like, you shouldn't do that. You can't buy females drinks, so she'll get mad or something like that. Mm-hmm. But it's okay for a dude to buy her a drink. Somehow that's different. So I'm like, by your own philosophy, I'm just trying to buy people a drink because I'm just trying to network. We're trying to have fun. People buy me drinks, I buy them drinks.
Okay.
But you're saying by your own philosophy, you will accept a drink from a dude, but by your philosophy, he's trying to sleep with you. So you shouldn't accept a drink either.
Exactly.
No, that's different because I know what he's trying to do. If I'm telling you what I'm not trying to do,
right?
Like I've got a lot of female friends, female comedian friends. I could buy them a drink. They buy me drinks. Dudes buy me drinks. I'm not trying to sleep with the dude if I'm buying them a drink. Why can't I buy a female a drink?
That sounds like insecurity to me. That's what that was. They had nothing to do with who bought who drinks. That sounded like she was insecure about the situation because it don't make sense at all.
But I'm not going to get into all of that.
Next question. What is the most immature thing you saw your parents do as a child?
The most immature thing I saw my parents do. Ooh, you going way back. I can't think of something right now. Well, you mean like my mom and dad together? Or like, okay, yeah. I'll just give a story of my dad dumping me in the pool when I was a kid. He just like grabbed my head and threw me up under the water, like made me. It seemed like an eternity to me, but it was maybe like 10 seconds. But he just caught me off guard with it. I just thought he thought it was funny. I thought it was immature.
So you almost died. Is basically what you said.
I was nowhere close to dying, but he caught me by surprise. So right. How long he was gonna hold me up under there?
All right. Last question. Name 3 items that you would buy to purchase that will make a cashier feel uncomfortable.
3 items that I could purchase that will make a cashier. Condoms.
Okay.
Cashier feel uncomfortable. I'm about to say a gun. You can't get that out of it. I don't know. I don't have good answers for this.
Ain't no wrong answer.
But I'm just trying to think what will make them feel uncomfortable. I'm sorry. I'm drawing a blank.
Okay.
I'm bad.
More. You got this game. What else you got? You need 2 more items to make somebody feel uncomfortable.
I'm bad at this game. I'm just thinking like a Jim Carrey movie where he bought like that vaginal itch cream or something like that.
That'll work. Okay, that's part 2.
Preparation H.
There you go. That's 3.
Okay.
And all of them that they contradict each other, so that makes plenty of sense.
You name 3.
Water gun, duct tape, and a balloon.
Okay. Okay, yeah, knife, duct tape. Okay, yeah. I like that combination. Like what you about to go do.
Exactly. Next thing is Grimes My Gangster. Name one of your pet peeves.
What is my pet peeve? Lying. Somebody lying to me. Liars.
That works for me. That's my ultimate pet peeve. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
All right, next. Opera that thing out. This is a fan favorite. This is where you are singing one song that you know at least one full verse to. It could be any song, a rap song, a nursery rhyme, TV theme, anything. But you got to sing in your best opera voice.
I'm about to feel or look so foolish. Since we mentioned the Far Side, I guess I'll say the Far Side.
Okay.
I'd have an opera voice. Oh.
There we go.
In my younger days, I used to sport a shine. When I went to school, I carried lunch in a bag.
That's what I'm talking about. Every time I think opera, they either hit it like this or they got to do this. That makes the opera right there automatically.
All I can think of is seeing opera singers.
All right. Last but not least, we got our game, Sing and Do. Sing and Do is a family-friendly game that all can play. It's a music game. All you're doing, you're singing the melody of the song, but you can only use the word do. So I'm going to do, we have different genres. We got hip-hop, R&B, greatest hits, pop, billboard hits, country, rock, sing and do favorites, old school, TV themes, and party dances. My lane is R&B and hip-hop, so I'm going to do those, and I'm going to give you, see if you can guess it, and then I'm going to let you do some.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Do 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 do. I don't know if I'm doing it right.
Yeah. I want to Shazam it, but I don't know.
How can I do it? That's hell. That's how I go. Do 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 do.
My defense, though, I'm not the biggest music scholar.
Okay. Well, that was supposed to be "Let's Take a Long Walk" by Jill Scott.
Oh, I know that one. Yeah.
See, you ain't. All right.
All
right.
Oh, that was.
How would you have done it? Exactly.
Well,
that's exactly what I did. All right. Now this one you should be able to get because this old school. Okay, let me see if I can get it in the right key. All right. Do. No, I can't do that bar because then you're gonna think something else. All right, I got it. Do 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 do. Oh my God. Are you serious?
What is it?
Hold on to your love. You got to in Vogue.
Yeah, I still think you don't sing that right.
Oh, you are horrible at thinking. First of all, I'm not that bad. Oh my God. Okay. Let me try something else. Nah, you ain't gonna get that one. Let's see. There's no way you can miss this one. If you miss this one, you just all right. Do 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 do. Thank you, Jesus. Finally, all right. So I'm gonna hold up some cards to the camera, and once you pick a song on there that you can do, let me know, and I'll put it down and I'll try to guess. If you don't know the song on the card, just let me know, and you can do another one.
Okay.
All right.
Wait.
If I need to move it, just let me know.
Next.
All right.
I got like a glare. Next.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do one of these.
All right.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
It's old school?
Yes.
Okay.
Do 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 do.
Gap Band?
You want to tell you?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is.
Supposed to be Sweet Home Alabama.
Oh my God.
Sweet Home Alabama.
We're gonna try one more and we out of here. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, let's see. Okay. This might be funny, me just trying to do it. Okay, okay.
Okay.
Do 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 do.
Oh, blow the whistle?
Yeah, you got it on the first one. Nice.
Yeah, who did you see do? I was like, that's blow the whistle all day. I do that. Oh, so your dudes wasn't better than mine. They was all right.
Yeah, man better. I know man worse.
Well, that's how you play Sing and Do. If anybody wants to get the game, you get it at singanddo.com. And Mark, please let them know how they can find you. If you have any merchandise you want them to know about it, let them know.
You can find me under Comedian Marc Henderson on all of my social media. Comedian Marc Henderson, MARC. And subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm trying to get to like 10,000 subscribers. Currently at 37, so hook me up like that.
I know the feeling, baby. They be stingy with their little subscriptions. Like, all you gotta do is hit the button. It's free.
Just subscribe.
All right, well, that has been another episode of Kandid Kisses TV. We drop every Monday, Thursday, and we go live on Wednesday. So make sure you tuned in, tapped in. We're on Spotify, Google, YouTube, Facebook, all that good stuff. Anything streaming, we in the building. Make sure you tune in every week. See you next time.
Thanks for having me.
Kandid Kisses TV is sponsored by Singadoo. Did you do it today? Singadoo. Singadoo. Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you do it like this? Can you do it real quick? Pew! Go get it! Go get it! Pick a card up. Pick your genre. Can you do it right? You're gonna wanna, bruh. It's first to 21. We'll get the job done. So grab your friends and fam, cause it's a lot of fun. Some do it with some class, but make it real fast. This time is kinda tricky. Can you do it in 6 weeks? Let's go. Get your copy today at singadoo.com. Guess what? Kandid Kisses TV has merch. That's right. You can find it at artistperiod.com. We have everything you need. We have hoodies. We have coffee mugs. We even have throw pillows and beach towels for the summer. Get it right. Keep it tight. Listen, everything you need to get your drip right, artistperiod.com has it for you. That's artistperiod.com. Get your drip right with artistperiod.com and Kandid Kisses TV. Make sure you get it today. Kandid Kisses TV is brought to you by Kissable Lips Cosmetics. You can be kissed without kissable lips. Shop KissableLipsCosmetics.com today for all your beauty needs.